you tell me how this all started for you? How did you get started in Maverick Bridge?
There was a friend of mine came up to me and told me about the bridge and meeting of wall murals. So I came up here and I talked to Barbara and Bessie that run the restaurant, and I gave them my idea of the manatees and been here ever since.
Where did you get the idea about the manatees? Why the manatees?
It was a TV program on the news, and they were talking about the population of the manatees growing. And so at the time that I did this wall mural, there was 100. And it might not be that way now, but that's where it came from.
Whose idea was it to charge for each manatee on the wall and then put the names on the wall?
That was Betsy. She came up with that idea.
Is it a popular idea?
It's pretty popular.
Where does the money go that you collect for that?
It all goes to Maitland, Florida, to Save the Manatee Foundation. And it's all the money is run through the bank up here. It goes straight to them.
Can you tell me about the China mural? What's that all about?
That mural was more or less dedicated to all the artists and musicians that died over in China during their movement for peace and rights.
Are you talking about Tiananmen Square?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about the constellation roof, I call it. It looks like you have archangels on either side and the constellation of stars, and there's a bunch of stuff in there. What all is it, and where did you get the ideas?
Well, the name of it is called Lord of the Stars. And it's when it's all completed, it'll be all the constellations, plus a few that I've added in there. There were star systems that had extra areas, so I just filled them up. We're going to have a constellation manatee and 2 more constellations, which will be by the space shuttles, which will be the great red squirrel constellation and the shrub jay constellation.
Shrub jay?
Shrub jays.
I don't want to appear ignorant here, but what does that mean? Shrub? Are you talking about the jaybirds? The birds?
Yeah, shrub jays.
That's going to be one of the constellations?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The squirrel and the jay?
Yeah, they're both, all 3 of those that I mentioned are all on the dangers list.
Oh, I see.
And maybe having a constellation made after them might get a little bit more notification of what they need to survive.
Are you a naturalist as well as a...
I'm an environmentalist. Always have been.
Well, it's a pleasure talking to you. Thanks, and good luck. We'll come back when you have the Lord of the Stars finished. Be anxious to see it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kevin Tipton quietly shares his art and his knowledge with us, and in the process reminds us of the delicate balance we have inherited in this universe. Thanks to Kevin Tipton, Mathers Bridge Restaurant is covered with sea life. The walls are filled with seahorses and sharks, lobsters, spinefish and mullets, angelfish, turtles, swordfish, cats, and flying fish. They're all here, and Kevin has identified each and every one. Mermaids, those sirens of the deep from Greek mythology, were manatees, mistaken by sea-weary sailors as creatures with long flowing hair and beautiful voices. Dipped in magic, his brush brings us in living, vibrant colors, myths and stories we may have forgotten. Lighthouses, deep-sea divers, lions, and the mystical Nile come alive under Kevin's talented hands. Stars and constellations, reminders of the fragility of our universe and the creatures that populate it. These are the gifts of an artist in love with his art